Guys, welcome back. We're here in Race 2 for Online Formula Racing's Formula 1 Division 1. You've got Dr. Robot and Havoc here. How are you doing today, Havoc?
I'm doing really good, Robot, and yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Really excited about today's race here in France. We only got 3/4 of a grid today, unfortunately, because some guys couldn't make it due to work commitments. But I still think it's going to be a pretty exciting race. We've got a really nice lineup, and a lot can happen at this track. A lot can happen.
It's the return of Paul Ricard. I've been waiting 2 seasons for it. Definitely a debate on whether to let it back or not. I think it was a little easier to let this one back as opposed to Singapore last week. It's super fast. We're gonna have a lot of cars going super fast around this track. It's all about finding speed around here this weekend. You've got to find some traction, and you've got to find the right line to get around here.
Absolutely. It's a lot of places where you can invalidate around here. Actually, there's in the runoff areas are so large that you don't really have that fear if there was a wall there. So you might just allow your car to run a little bit wide in some places, and you're going to get lots of penalties. We did a practice race here earlier today, and we saw people with 15, 20 seconds, 20. Someone had 39 seconds worth of penalties actually. So they need to be careful of that around here.
Yeah, and that brings up the safety car as well. I mean, with all the runoff area, not a lot of chances for safety car unless the car gets stuck on the track. So that kind of answers the question about the safety car. It's not really going to happen today. We're going to see a lot of runoff where the cars are just going to spin out of the way. Unless they slide back across the track, we're not going to see that safety car.
Absolutely. So I think the only possible place you could see one, which I think there's quite a medium probability that it could happen, is if someone spins on the entry into the pit lane. It's a really odd pit lane entry here because it's kind of mid-corner and you're kind of turning left, but you need to straighten up, but you're scared that you're going to get oversteer, and you could possibly lose the rear of your car there and spin. And we know what happens if you block a pit lane. You get a safety car immediately. And
automatic. Yeah, automatic.
That's where we could see it today. Now, riding on board with Vilsec, actually, I'm going to switch to his telemetry just so you guys can see, and we'll see how he gets on now as he's starting his hot lap. So, he is coming up to the first turn now. Let me just position that for you guys. He's turning into turn 1. He hasn't taken as much curve as you would expect him to. He's flying through turn 2, though. He's not invalidated. He's already up to 6th gear. Let's see what he can do now. Oh, really late downshift there. I've not seen anyone take it like that before. And how's he getting on as he goes through the right-hander? He's almost full throttle there as well. He has got this first and second sector nailed so far. He's got 3% wear on his tyres already, though. Soft tyre. You only get about, what, 6-7 laps out of this tyre around here?
Yeah, that's going to be it. And then the key is going to be that DRS zone. What gear are they in when they cross that DRS line? Vilsec, we just saw Vilsec. He went to 8th gear right as he was crossing that. He gets a little loose right here. He went to 8th gear right as he crossed the DRS line. That is the signature for a good exit out of the first sector going down on that back straight. You have to have a good exit out of there and great traction. It looks like he's got a really good entry into the Parabolica as well. We'll have to see how he gets on right here. In 12, not bad. He's going to come around the 13. He gets on the curb a little bit. He's going to lose a little traction. Here comes the 14. Let's see where he brakes. He brakes right where he's supposed to brake. Gears down right where he's supposed to. Does he go down the 1 on the apex? He does. Back to 2nd, up to 3rd for the traction. Across the DRS line, and let's see what he puts in.
I reckon it's going to be about a 130. Oh, sorry, a 128. That's a pretty decent time. His first hot lap, first one on track to do it as well. So there's not that much rubber laid down, but he's put in a pretty decent time. I've heard that pole is going to be a low 127, and if someone can do that, that is going to be very, very impressive. Now, Leak has invalidated his time, but I'm going to jump on board with Amir right now, who's just gone 2nd fastest as he crosses the line with the 129.0, and then Jedi, again, new D1 driver, promoted all the way from D3 this season, has done a 130, and now Margaret has done a 128.0. So he's already, on that peak of that 127 right there. He can do it, and I reckon we're going to see some hot laps now. Let's just quickly jump down to Izat and see where he is, because he's one to look out for. He's just coming through the final left-hander here, coming up to the final braking zone now. Right-hander, he's just avoided that curb. It does unsettle your car a little bit. He's back on the throttle right now. Is he on an out lap, though? Because he's got all of his ERS. I'm not sure what's going on here. He's gone 4th fastest with a 129, but I think he's still on a lap.
You know what, Robot?
I'm confused here. What? Go ahead.
He may be setting up for the mediums.
I think so, because I think he might have slowed down a little bit there. Do you think... So let's talk about Strat. We haven't got a weather report yet. We'll have to check Discord to see if there is one. But if it's going to be dry, rumour has it the medium soft is going to be a nice Strat.
That's right. So with the medium soft, the guys get one extra lap out of the mediums, which they would have to take to, let's say, 15, 16 laps, 17 maybe. And then if they start on the mediums, they get a fresh set of softs on the second side. And as we're looking at Ezat here, all he's doing is he's just getting used to the track. That's all he's doing. But yeah, they're going to get a fresh set of softs on the second stint, which means they get 2 extra laps out of those tires. And that's going to put them at around 8, 9 laps. So take about 27 laps, subtract 9 from it. 8, if you really want to get crazy about it, then you're going to be sitting at what? It's going to be about 18 laps, 17, 18 laps on the mediums.
And that is quite a stretch. And of course, if safety car comes out early on, that medium tyre that you're going to start on is not going to be the greatest tyre, because all those guys that started on the softs are going to be able to pit for a medium or hard Strat. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Now, quickly want to give a shout out as we're watching Pedge get through the final sector here to all the guys that have joined. Nathaniel, Brandon, Stinson's there somehow. Love Sesh, you can do it here. Ash is here as well, saying Grim hates cats, and Von Mesto has just joined us too. So thanks guys for tuning in. And we're just going to jump on the onboard of Pedge right now as he comes across the line. Let's see what he's done. He is on a hot lap and he is sticking to the left to reduce the track distance. He crosses the line with a fastest 1:27.8. He's done it. First driver into the 1:27s. What a time.
The track is getting faster and faster, Robot. We'll have to see how that relates to Ezat, Stinson, even Lika. We've got the likes of Racer Tay here today as well. I want to see if Racer Tay can turn it around from last weekend, not having a good go of it. Did finish in the top 10, did have a very, very good race. We'll have to see how he does this weekend, though. Already on the mediums, and here he comes on his hot lap. Out lap.
Yeah. I'm going to jump on board with Stinson now and see how he's getting on. So where is he? Oh, he's just finished Sector 1, actually. So he's got a way to go. 1:27.858. I do think that can be beaten. Lavsesh is saying that he thinks Pole's going to be a 1:27.5. Nathaniel's saying Amir can definitely go faster. And Nathaniel's now asking, what? Question mark? I think he's shocked by Pedge's time, possibly. I don't know.
Well, yes, they can go faster. They can get to the 27.2s. But what everybody's got to remember is everybody did these times in practice and time trial this week on the softs.
That's true.
We don't know what they're going to do on the mediums. Now, we know a couple of guys have come out here and blown 128s, high 127s on the mediums, but can they get into the low 127s on the medium tire?
I don't think so. I mean, I just feel that the optimal temperature that this track needs. So the current track temperature is 29, air temperature is 21. That's a little on the cool side in terms of the medium tyre. It's perfect for the soft, but I think you're looking at around a 30 degrees to get the most out of the medium. So just to make sure it lasts the whole lap, because the soft does start to fall off in the third sector. But I just don't think the track temperature is suited in that medium tyre at the moment. But Stinson is just starting his hot lap now, so let's ride on board with him and see how he gets on. So he's just crossed the line. Is he still invalidated? No, he is not. And he's coming up to turn 1 now. Quick left-hander here. You want to take as much curb as you can. He stayed in 5th gear almost the whole way through there. And he's always half throttle through that turn as well. Don't really see that too often. Coming up to turn 3 now. Really fast right-hander. You continue braking all the way through here as you turn left into turn 4. And then you almost want to boomerang the car around in turn 2. You can take a few different lines through there, actually. And we've actually seen 3 different lines already. And he's invalidated. He has gone
invalidated.
Right. Yeah, it was actually, I think it was at turn 6. He just went a little bit too wide. And he's invalidated, so he is going to have to do another one.
Now, that may have been on purpose because he doesn't want to start on the soft. We're going to see a lot of mind games today. We're going to have to see what the guys are doing, and we'll have to see when the mediums start coming out. Absolutely. We already see Ezat on the mediums. We see Lika. We see Gurman on the mediums. Racer Tay is on the mediums. You better believe you're going to see the mediums in the top 10 today.
I think so. So Ezat's put the mediums on, but he's still in his pit box right now. Maybe he is just going for the one hot lap on those mediums to make sure he doesn't put too much wear onto them. I think you're right. I think these fast guys are gambling. And also, Varmesto is saying that the faster guys are going on different strats as well. And Nathaniel, who's just retracted his message, said, I know that Amir can go faster. Don't worry, Nathaniel. I know he can go faster too. You don't have to remove it. But 1:29.0 currently. And he is on an outlap. Is he coming up to the final corner? No, he's just finished Sector 1. So let's see who's about to start a hot lap. There is a Red Bull, it looks like, who has gone off. Who is that? I think it was Jedi. I think Jedi just spun as he was going through turn 13. But he's staying out, and Jedi is about to set his second fast time. So let's see what he can do. Is there anyone else that we need to look out for at the moment? Could you just quickly check who the car is coming through the final 2 corners now? And I'll stick with Jedi. Let's see how he takes the first corner, avoiding all of that curb, and you can see he's just having to lift a little bit more as he goes through turn 2. A little bit more than Stinson, but we know how clever Stinson is with his racing line, so he probably is getting the maximum out of it. And again, he's following the braking zone all the way through turn 3 into turn 4 there. He's gone to the inside, and look how much that's affected his exit out of turn 5 there. You need to get that perfect. If you don't get it perfect, you're going to lose time, and all the way down this main straight now, you're going to be losing so much momentum. Now, let's see what he can do. He's in sector 2. He's got his DRS wide open. He's got minimal fuel as well. His fuel is currently flashing, and he's going to brake just at about 80 meters there and turn in. You can brake a little bit later if you want to, but he's opted to take the safer route so far. He flies through that really slight left-hander. It's almost a kink. It's not an actual corner. And here he comes through the fast right-hander now at turn 10.
That was Tommy, Vilcek, and it looked like Gurman Robot were the ones that were coming through there. Gurman, the only one that improved on his time. On the medium tires, he's done a 129.1. Not a bad time.
Not a bad time at all. Oh, and he's invalidated. Jedi's just invalidated there as he goes through turn 12. Again, showing you just how easy it is. The stewards do not give you any leeway here. It's all 4 tyres off just the millimetre, and you are getting a penalty. Now, let's quickly jump on board with Stinson, who's still in the pit, so let's not jump on board with him. Atomic is just coming through sector 2 now. He's coming through the fast right-hander at turn 6. Is he on a hot lap? I think he is, actually, yeah. Now, Atomic finished P3 or P4 last season. He was in the championship fight. He's had a bit of a steady start to this season. I think he finished 4th last week, so it's a very good finish for him. He's hoping to get a big point advantage today, trying to take advantage of some of the mistakes and the penalties that these other guys are going to be getting around him. If he can, he will keep that fight alive. Go ahead.
Yep. So, Racer Tay Robot just started his hot lap going into turn 1, coming out of turn 2. On the medium tires, I think he's invalidated already, Robot.
He's just gone red and he's slowed down because of that. Oh, Tommy had to... He was actually on the racing line, Racer Tay was then, and Tommy had to go around him.
Yeah, nothing... I mean, all but frustration there for Tay invalidating at turn 2 there. He went... It looked a little deep. It looks like he was setting turn 2 up a little bit too much as he came into turn 1, so... Just bad luck. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of invalidations as well. So it's Racer Tay, it's Pedge, it's Amir is invalidated. OFR VR is currently on a hot lap though. He hasn't invalidated yet as he's flying through the really fast right-hander at turn 11. Let's see if he can keep it on. He has had a bit of trouble with this turn earlier in practice. He was just going a little bit wide and losing a lot of time. But he's opting for the soft tyre. I think it's going to be his only bet if he wants to try and stay inside the top 10, because we know how fast all of these other guys are around him right now. D1 has a lot of competition at the moment. He's just coming through turn 14, right under at turn 15, final corner. Really nice exit out of there and really smooth on the steering too. No oversteer whatsoever, and he's going to cross the line with it's a 129.4, so it's a 3/10 improvement, and that's pushed him up to P6. That's not a bad time. Here you have, Robot, you've got Stinson and Lika on medium tires on their outlap, coming down the back stretch, going into it looks like turn 10, getting ready to set the car up to start their laps. Lika is fairly close. He's not too far behind as we see a driver on the left. That's a racing point. It could have been Ezat. I don't think it was. So they are about to start their times. Here comes Stinson. Stinson's coming around. It looks like turn 14. 12. I'm sorry, it's turn 12, and now he's in 13. Let's see how he gets on. He's already got the car ready to go.
He has.
It's in hot lap. He's turning it up. He's getting it ready to come down the front straight to get the best possible traction that he can get.
And he started the lap with 1% wear on all tyres, so that's pretty decent. You usually see these guys getting up to at least 2, but he's taking his time on that medium tyre, and he's coming through the first sector now. A little lift. He's not got as much grip as he wanted, and he's gone wide. No invalidation though. He's managed to avoid the invalidation, so he must be happy with that. He's looking like those medium tyres just aren't heating up. His rears are around 95 degrees. They're looking tidy. His fronts are a little bit overheated. They're just peaking above 100 ever so slightly. I don't know if he's looking a bit scruffy, and maybe he'll go for another lap. I'm not entirely sure. How much fuel does he currently have? Let's have a look to see if we can see that. He's currently got 3.4 laps of fuel, so he is a little bit heavy. He could be going for another lap here. He's just fighting the car now as he goes through turn 9. I think this is just his... Oh, this is his first banker lap, actually. I think he's going to go for another one. I think he's going to finish this lap and start his hot lap immediately.
I think you're right, Robot. Same with Lika. Lika's right there. Almost identical lap telemetries as they go through and the gear shifts. So we'll have to see what the difference is in the time as they both come across because they're both right behind each other.
Yeah. So Stinson is just going around the really long right-hander that is turn 13, breaking into turn 14 now. He's hugging that inside. Is he going to be able to get this set up perfect for another hot lap? He's locked up the front right, but he's managed to get through turn 15 okay. He's coming up now, DRS wide open. He's positioning his car to the right-hand side slightly, so I think he is going for another lap. He's currently 7th with a 1:29.3. How did Lika get on?
Lika's coming across now. It's going to be a 1:29.5.
Interesting, and Stinson slowed down, and he's got 4% and 3% on left to right, respectively. I think he's going for another lap. I think he's going for another lap.
Yeah, I think they're going to go again. Lika is off. Lika's slowed down. No, you're right. Stinson's on for another one.
And Lika's actually got better tyre wear than Stinson at the moment, actually. He's only got 3% wear. Interesting. So I think they're both going for another one. Now, who else is out on a hot lap right now? Is Tommy on a hot lap? I know he's invalidated. Tommy's actually invalidated.
Oh, yeah, okay. He's invalidated.
Atomic's still not set a time either. And he's invalidated again, and he's only going through turn 4 right now, so he's got to race all the way back round if he wants to have another go at this. He's got the medium tyre on. Does he have the fuel? Let me check. So he's currently in 14th place, and he is showing his telemetry, so we can check. He's got 3 laps of fuel, yeah, so he is going for another one. Careful strategy from these guys because they know how easy it is to invalidate, and they know they've got to overfuel their cars just a little bit in case they do make a mistake.
That's right. Here comes Ezat, Robot. Ezat coming around the last turn. Here he comes across the line. He is also on the medium tires. Let's see what he improves his time to. It's not an improvement. It's a 1:29.9 unless he's just started. I think that's what he's doing. He's just started the real lap.
And what we might be seeing here is these mediums might need an actual hot lap to heat up. Similar to what we saw in Portugal today where we saw Hamilton go out and do an extra lap just to get them up to temperature. They might be doing that here because they are the harder compound. Track temp is not too hot. It's 29 degrees.
Okay.
Maybe that's what they're doing.
That might be it. You might be right, Robot.
Right, so Pedge is just about to cross the line with a 1:27.8. He hasn't improved on his time yet, but he's on another hot lap, and he's on that soft tyre. So, you know, he could be going to secure the pole right now.
Ezat's not looking that bad, Robot. He's coming through. It looks like a very, very clean lap. Here he comes down the back straight, going into turn 10. He's already in 8th gear before he gets to that 50-meter board. Turns it in. The car looks super, super stable. Let's see how he gets on. 11 didn't look that bad. He's got to go back to 5th, come out, gain as much traction as you can, goes into 12, and goes deep. He's very, very deep.
I'm watching him now. He went purple in the middle sector, so he's on for a decent lap so far. He's just gotten through turn 12 there. Oh, no, wait, where are we? Final corner, sorry. He's at turn 15 already, sorry.
He's gone sideways.
Almost, he's got lots of oversteer.
Very, very loose.
That's at least 5 tenths he's lost. And 7th fastest. Now let's see where Stinson is.
It's lost him out on top 5.
Stinson's just coming through turn 14 now. If he can get a better exit and not get that oversteer. Almost invalidated there. He literally had his right tyre right on the white line. Is he going to be able to jump Ezat here? Oh, look at that. On 1:29.0. He's done it again. On the medium tyre.
On the medium tires.
He's done it again. He is a... Wow. I have no words. That is a really solid medium time there. That's faster than a D2 soft lap, I think.
Now here comes Atomic. Atomic coming around the last corner. He's going to be putting in a... I think this is his banker, his first lap.
It is, and he's gone 9th fastest on the mediums. The 1:29.3, that's still a pretty decent time.
Yeah, it's not bad.
If you could quickly just send Santu an invite, he might be able to join the session, I believe, because he's just got his internet sorted, I think. Let's hope we can get him in, actually. But there we have it. Let's just look at these times right now. We've got a mix of soft and mediums. Top 4 is soft, but of course we have Stinson in P5 on that medium tyre with that 1:29.0. Absolutely fantastic time. I'm really surprised he could pull that off. Izat's on the medium tire as well, the 129.2, 2/10 down the road. And Atomic actually did a really decent time. It's really nice to see him up there with the other guys with the 129.2. Tommy's finished on the soft. That's really nice to see. Vilsek's in P3, Pedge is in P1, and Margaret, one of the new drivers as well, has again finished extremely well in second place with a 128 flat. Very, very nice to see. I think we're in for a treat here. Now, one other thing that I want to show you guys whilst we're just loading in, a new addition to this telemetry app, it actually allows you to see everyone's incidents that they've had throughout the session. Oh, sorry, let me put that back. So, for example, if you have a look, we're looking at we're looking at the McLaren right now, sorry, and you can see all the different penalties that they've accumulated. So, for example, the 17th incident of that qualifying session was an infringement for corner cutting. They ran wide and gained significant time. So you can actually see a lot more detail now, so we're not going to have to jump to the race director, we can just look at that from here. But yeah, whilst these guys are getting their strategy set, let's just quickly check on the chat. We've got Varmesto saying that medium soft sounds tough. We've got some other guys saying that soft hard would be a good strategy. I don't know about that one. Larvsesh saying Stinson's in a good place here with the mediums. He is. He's right in the middle of the field. Santu's joined, but I think he's joined just a little bit too late. I don't think he's going to be able to select a car now, unfortunately. And what else has we got going on? I think everyone's just discussing tyre strat at the moment. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a good race.
The only thing I saw about was Razor Tay not getting a time put in. I mean, you've got to get a time in there. I don't know what the strategy was when they were going into qualifying as far as, do we not put a time in on the softs? Do we wait and just give it all it's got on the mediums? But that's going to be a big lesson learned going into the next races, is you have to get that banker lap in.
Absolutely.
No matter what you do, you have to get that banker lap in. It's so important. It could be the difference between 2 to 3 places from the bottom as long as you get that banker in. The other surprise is Leaka being down in P11. Not something we normally see. Now, he did qualify on the mediums, but a lot of the other faster guys that qualified on the mediums, we saw them up in the top 10.
Yeah.
So, just a big surprise from Renault today.
Absolutely. And Valmester, just to let you know, it's going to be a dry session if you didn't realise already. No rain whatsoever. They've got the look again. That means it's probably going to rain in D2 today. And I'm not going to look forward to that because this track is already, the car feels so loose already around this track. Rain is just going to make it worse. But Stinson has readied up now, and there's going to be less than 25 seconds until the start of this 27-lap race round Paul Ricard. Now, we haven't talked about the DRS zones here. And the DRS is extremely powerful around here. We've seen that all through practice sessions. You can be a good 300-400 meters down the road, and that DRS is going to warp you, teleport you forward. It's going to be amazing. Now, we've got 5 seconds left, guys. So, let's get ready. So, again, I can't control anything until the lights go out, so let's just see what happens here. We have Pedge starting on Polar, and he's pulled away. He's got the left-hand side of the track here. I think it is the optimal line because you want the inside as you're going through here. Margaret is now looking to go around the outside, but he's not managed to pull away a little. He's still side by side, and he's actually got P1. What's happened to Pedge? Nothing. He's just off the racing line here. He's got a little bit loose, and now Margaret is currently taking the lead. Good job there, Margaret. Anything going on in the back there? Oh, we got a driver cutting the corner.
Very busy in the back.
Oh, it looks like Amir cut a corner there, and he's dropped down a few positions. Let's hope he's okay. He's in that BWT racing point at the moment, and as his teammate Margaret pulls away, he's having trouble. He's got Izat right behind him now, who's going to want to make a move on him. Overtake is going to be running as hard as it possibly can, because everyone's going to want to take advantage of the slipstream as they go down this back straight into turn 8.
It was super busy in the back, Robot. The Renault guy's just losing positions.
Oh,
and
big contact.
Back and forth. I don't know what's going on.
Big contact. He's actually lost a lot of wing. He actually ran into the back of Amir, I think. And he's a lot of carbon fiber all over the track. And we've got a safety car. We have a safety car. Or on lap 1, there's no one stopped on track. What is going on here? Why is there a safety car?
Maybe some pieces of the wing on the track, Robot. Not sure.
This is odd, and this is going to be quite important because this is going to come in on lap 3 or 4. And all those guys on the softs need to start thinking. I'm sure they didn't anticipate a lap 1 safety car. What does this mean for the strategy? I don't know. Now,
it's gonna be horrible. I mean, it just depends on how long the safety car comes out. If it comes right back in, they're good to go. But if it doesn't and they stay out, it's going to be very, very bad. Here we see Tommy coming in on the soft tires, and Gurman as well. I think Gurman's going to make the switch, and Amir.
Oh yeah, and Izak's going to come in as well, as you can see, because he had a lot of front wing damage, so he's pitting as well. Meanwhile, Margaret and Pedge, they did swap positions, but they've held on to it for now. Vilsek is still in P3, so he's doing a decent job, but everyone else below them, apart from the guys who pitted, have gained a handful of positions. Stinson's gained 1, Atomic's gained 4, VR's gained 4 now because of the pits, Avi's gained 6, and the other significant one is Jedi gaining 5, so he gained 1 position.
Look at Jedi!
Yeah, pretty decent for him. I still don't know what caused that safety car. If it really was just Izak's wing going, that seems a bit excessive to me.
Yeah, it looks like the algorithm still isn't fixed yet, Robot. We'll have to, I mean, I think we're just going to have to work through it this season. This is going to be the season where we try to get everything situated and squared away and see if they can fix it before the start of the next season. But, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be an exciting race if these are the kinds of things that are going to be bringing out a safety car.
Absolutely. Now, I just wanted to bring up Margaret's, that's Yuval's telemetry, just so you can see what's going on with his tyre situation right now. He is keeping them around 80 degrees. His rear left is just dropped down, and his rear right has just dropped down as well, so it's getting a little bit cool. But look, he's already got just over 16% tyre wear average for each of his tyres. And
oh wow!
I just don't know how long he's going to be able to go. We were looking at about, is it 5% a lap on those soft tyres? I think so, because yeah, after 8 laps they get up to around 40-45%. That means if they're above 25 when the safety car restarts, he's going to have to pit within 3 or 4 laps, and that is where the first lap safety car, if you're starting on the soft tyre, that's where it really screws you over. Now I'm just going to quickly cycle through so you guys can see the other tyres, what's going on. A lot of blue tyres, as you can see, they're struggling to keep them warm. 4th place, that's Stinson. He's a bit lower than the other guys. So is the 5th place McLaren, and as you can see, we're just cycling through. Yeah, terribly cold tyres, terribly cold.
What would you have done, Robot? I mean, if you were running P1, P2, P3, you got soft tyres on, safety car comes out lap 1, what do you do?
I mean,
with the tire strike, well, I mean, do you come in? Do you stay out?
Nah, you've got to stay out. I think it's just you're in an unfortunate position. There's not much you can do about it. Pitting for the hards is not going to be great. They'll probably start to fall off towards the end, and everyone on the fresher mediums or fresh softs are going to jump you. And you're going to be at the back of the pack anyway, let's not forget, because you're going to have to pit under the safety car. And yeah, I think the best thing you could do is just stay out.
I tell you what I wouldn't be doing is I would not be going back and forth on the track trying to keep the tires warm at this position on the track. You got to wait, because all you're doing is putting more wear on those tires.
Yeah, and looking at the left tires now with Margaret, he's just put 3% wear on them. And he's not even finished a complete lap since we last looked at them. So you want to keep them cool for now, and maybe on lap 3, like towards the end of lap 3 on the final selector, you can start to generate heat and put them into that tyre. But at the moment, he might be just overdoing it a little bit. Let's just see if anyone's got any penalties or anything at the moment. No one's got any time-second penalties, apart from the last place. Williams got a 3-second time penalty. Gurman's got a penalty there. Interesting. And I think everyone else is probably just going to have warnings only. We could quickly just cycle through. This is still including the quali stuff, so none of this stuff will apply right now. Some people have triggered the speed trap and things like that. No, we haven't got any new penalties yet.
We'll have to keep an eye on Stinson, Robot. Stinson made it all the way up to P4. But look who came out for the worst. Gurnman all the way down in P15. Izad in P14. And Amir in P13. Those guys are going to have to make a lot back. And Amir especially went on to the hard tires already.
That's interesting. I'd say he did make a strategy mistake in Singapore, if you remember. He pitted under the safety. He didn't pit under the safety car, sorry, and that I think he eventually made him last in terms of the people that finished. And let's hope he's not made a similar mistake here. He is a very good driver, very technical driver, consistent driver too. But recently, at least, he's not been making the right calls under the safety car. But he did have to pit. And we could be completely wrong here. This hard tyre might be able to go the distance. There might be another safety car. We'll have to wait and see. But safety car is coming in this lap. So let's ride on board with Pedge, as we usually do, to see if Margaret catches him sleeping. Now, where do you want to accelerate? Where do you want to put your foot down and try to pull away?
You really can't do anything until you get around that last turn. I mean, am I wrong, Robot? You really can't catch anyone sleeping until you get around that last turn. and you take off right there. I mean, I can't see anyone trying to catch anybody sleeping and then going down into the hairpin.
Well, he's done it. Margaret has caught him. He did it exactly where you said. Final corner, he just sent it. And he's dropped.
That's gotta be it.
Yeah, Vilsek is a bit far behind as well. There's quite big gaps. Izak's just picked up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Now let's hope these guys can keep it clean as they finish, as they go through the 4th lap, sorry. Everyone's tyre temps are all back up to temperature 2, so it's really easy to generate heat into these soft tyres. Not so sure about the mediums though, but we'll just have to wait and see. We've got Stinson in P4, he's moved up a position. We've got Pedge still in P2, he's not be able to make a move on Uval yet, but we'll quickly ride on board with him now just to show you how easy it is to gain as you go down this back straight. The slipstream is very powerful, DRS even more powerful, but if the car ahead is using overtake, you've not got any chance whatsoever. The gap did come down.
Take a look at the DRS there, Robot.
We've got yellow in sector 2, it's Tommy. He spun. He's coming back on track now. It looks.
Oh, where's he spun?
He spun just as he was coming out of turn 7, I believe. He is back up to speed though. He's not lost too much. That safety car obviously had helped them out because the pack is still bunched up a little bit. But there's a big train of cars going through turn 10 right now as well. Let's quickly ride on board with the front guys to see. Pedge is actually it's Vilsek. Vilsek is pushing Pedge a little bit here. And we've got VR pushing the Atomic on the back as well.
That's what I wanted to bring up, Robot, was the ERS range of some of these guys. Margaret at 67 trying to run away from Pedge before the DRS gets turned on, and then Pedge sitting on 80% ERS,
wow.
But then you've got Vilsek sitting on 60%,
it's
and Stinson on 60%.
Now, as far as I'm aware, it's not that difficult to get your ERS back. Like, it's not the case like in some tracks where if you lose it, it's gone forever, like Singapore. You can get it back after 2 laps, but it's kind of a case of what gears are you going to use it in, because a lot of these fast corners, it's not worth turning your overtake on. And out of the slow corners, if you turn it on, you're going to get oversteer, so it's really like precision, precise where you want to turn it on here.
Yeah, and when you are in that save mode, Robot, you have to worry about the guy behind you. Does he have more than you have at the moment, and is he saving the same time you are? Like Pedge has got 80, Margaret has got 60, 70. I mean, right now, and we're going to see a move on Stinson and Vilsek right here. Stinson's going to make a move on Vilsek as they go into the chicane.
Ooh, it's contact. Yeah, we just caught that right on time. A bit cheeky from Stinson there.
And they touch again.
Yeah, Stinson's barging his way past. We do know Stinson is not aggressive, but he will leave only the amount of space required. He will not give extra, and he's entitled to do that. But when he does it, he does do it perfectly, and that, I believe, is just a racing incident. So good job for him on making that move down the inside, and both cars are still on track. Very nice to see. Oh, we got a yellow in sector 3. Is that Tommy again?
It is.
Oh, no, it's not. It's German.
I believe he got it.
German spun.
I think the 3 of them got into it, because look at Izat. Izat's dropped 3 seconds.
Oh, Izat and German might have come into contact. Now, we know these two both race in another league, right? I think they both race in ISRL, so they're familiar with racing with each other. And Izat's pitting again. Has he lost wing? And he's just picked up a 5-second penalty.
A 5-second penalty, and that's going to be 8. That's going to be 8 total. He's got 8 seconds in penalties.
Oh, no. Oh, he's serving that 5-second in the pit at least. So that's that's just detrimental to him. And he's changing his front wing. So it looks like him and German did tangle.
Oh,
what a slow pit stop. Oh, my goodness. He's going to have to hope for a safety car now to catch back up.
All the way at the back. As we go back to Pedge and Margaret, Pedge, 3/10 right behind Yuval as they come down into turn 3.
Yeah,
no, it's not turn 3.
I didn't quite see the notification, but I think they might have DRS now. So if he does, that's going to help him out a lot on the hunt down for Margaret in P1 right now. And we've also got Vilsek right on the back of Stinson. Vilsek could be trying to fight back here. He's carrying a lot of speed. Stinson's choosing that inside line. Who's going to outbrake who? It's going to be Stinson claiming the apex for now. But can Vilsek do anything to fight back? He's got a far better line. Stinson's got a little bit wide there. And look at that. Vilsek's back. 1/10 behind. Vilsek wants that position back. He doesn't
He's just got to keep it tidy. You're right, Robot. All he's got to do is keep it tidy. They're going to come around. Vilsek's going to be super close as they come up to the DRS line as they go around the last turn.
Yeah, and he's got DRS.
Here they come around 15. Let's see what he can make out of it.
Okay, let's see how strong the DRS is. He's not turning his overtake on. He's saving it for that back straight all the way between turn 7 and 8. He knows that's the place where he can overtake. And I think he's going to want to do what Stinson did to him. I think he's going to go down the inside and claim that racing line. These guys are close. This is looking a bit. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous.
We're gonna see it double here, Robot. We're gonna see Pej taking Margaret, it looks like, and then we're gonna see Vilsack take Stinson as they come around. Stinson, I don't know. You would think Stinson would be running away, but he's not. He's going super wide in all these slow corners, and Vilsack's gonna have a run on him.
So here we go. Riding on board with Pej, 4 tenths behind. Got DRS wide open, and look at that gap! It's reducing so quickly. That is how powerful the DRS is. He's not going to be able to make a move now. So instead, I'll jump to Vilsack and look at that gap decrease as well. He is getting closer, and he's managed to close up a lot actually as he flies through turn 9 right now. Ooh,
just couldn't get it
done.
done.
Not yet, but soon. Now I'm going to jump down to Amir though, because Amir's just gone through turn 9 and he had the DRS on Jedi, and we've actually got Avi and Racer Tay going wheel to wheel as they go through turn 10. Let's hope they don't come into contact. No, they don't. Racer Tay's got him though, and Avi's gone a little bit wide there. They're flying through.
Maybe he knew he didn't have the right lane.
Yeah, maybe. I think you're right there. But a lot of close racing. I didn't expect this from France. You usually get these gaps starting to form from lap 3 onwards, but I suppose the safety cars helped us out a bit there. Let's just quickly jump.
It has.
Excuse me.
But look at that. Look at Vilsack and Atomic. Atomic is starting to creep up. Look at what the battling between Vilsack and Stinson has done to P1 and P2. P1 and P2 have gone about 3 seconds ahead just from them battling.
That's true. And just to point out too, the track temp is 2 degrees cooler than it was in quali. It's currently 27 degrees and the air temp's a little bit cooler as well. That could be helping this soft tyre just extend itself a little bit more. Now, let's not forget, Vilsack started on the soft, Atomic's behind him on the medium. Roundabout now, that medium tyre is going to come to life and that soft is going to start falling off. This could be why Atomic is gaining Vilsack. And here we go. I think we're seeing team orders here. They are in a chat together, but it's just Atomic just has a better exit out of these corners. Vilsack is starting to lose time.
Yeah, even with the medium tires, you're going to see the softs starting to fall off here. You got to think Stinson's in your provisional P1. Atomic right now, theoretically, your provisional P2 is the guys that are going to have to come in the next lap or so.
Yep.
And then VR is going to be in the same position. He's going to have to come in as well.
And I'm just going through turn 11 with Pej and Margaret. The gap is even closer than it was before. It's now just 2 tenths of a second. It's going to happen. Now, they're both on the soft tyre. They are both on the soft, so they're going to have to come in at the same time. The undercut, I can't remember, did we say it was powerful or not? Margaret's coming in. They're both coming in. They're both in. Okay, so it looks like they're going to go for the medium. Could you take the medium?
And Vilsack's in as well.
I think so.
That's a big request, Robot. That's a huge ask out of a driver.
Well, let's see what they're going to put on then. This is going to be an interesting one. Right, the Racing Point's in its stop. And it's
going to be hards for Margaret.
And it looks like it's hards for Pej as well. Let's just quickly switch to the tyres now so you guys can see what is going on. Both of them on that Vilsack as well on the hard tyre. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Right.
VR has actually came out on the hards as well.
Interesting now. We've got Racer Tay and his teammate Leclerc, P4 and 3 respectively. Racer Tay just 4 tenths behind Leclerc currently. And they're just coming up through turn 7. I reckon we're going to see an overtake here. DRS wide open, overtake on. He's gaining, but is he going to be a bit too late? I don't think so. He's got the speed. Is he going to look down the inside? Yes, he is. He's outbroke him and he's turned in. And he's got him. That's
beautiful move. Beautiful move going into the chicane there. Yeah, very lovely looking move from Racer Tay there. Veteran move. But all Lika has to do is stay close. And they can do this for the rest of the race. They can just keep swapping back and forth throughout the rest of the race.
Yeah, Amir's right on the gearbox of Jedi now as well, just 1 tenth behind as they're approaching the long right-hander at turn 11. Amir's going to back out. He knows it's not safe to try a dive bomb there, and he's going to have to stay behind for at least another few corners. But I think he's going to be close now. He's on 7-lap-old hards, whereas Jedi's on 8-lap-old mediums. Jedi should be pulling away, but it looks like Amir has just got the faster car at the moment. Super Bounty is 7 tenths behind German right now as well on 8-lap-old mediums. Now, when will we see the mediums start to fall off?
It's got to be around 15, 16. But as you said earlier, Robot, can the other guys that just came in take them 19 laps? If they can go 19 laps, that's a fresh set, so they get that 2 extra laps on a fresh set of tires. These guys that have qualified on the mediums, we're going to see them come in around lap 16, 17 is where I'm thinking they're going to come in.
Maybe. Actually, I think you're right there. So they've got 7 laps to go then, and it looks like their pace is starting to fall off a little bit. Let's just quickly check the fastest laps just to see who's got the fastest lap currently. It's currently Izak with a 1:32.6. Stinson's fastest lap was a 1:33.3. And Racer Tay's fastest is a 1:33.3 as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on their lap times, but it does seem like they're starting to fall off a little bit. Now, we've got a bit of a battle going on again between Amir and Jedi. Amir's actually overtaking Jedi now, so he's claimed 6th place on those 8-lap-old hard tyres. He is going to try and take these to the end, remember, because he did pit under that safety car at the very beginning. Is he going to be able to take them 21 laps? I don't think so. I don't think that's possible, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's a big, tall order.
And we've got Tommy and Vilsek currently battling at the back of the pack right now. Vilsek has just pitted, remember, for those fresh, hard tyres. And Tommy's on 8-lap-old mediums, and he's giving Vilsek a run for his money. I'm really confused what this means for the strategy here.
The safety car kind of made it a little wonky, didn't it, Robot? It just kind of messed it up a little bit.
And we're almost 2 laps away from half race distance as well. I don't think the guys that started on the mediums are going to go on to the softs, you know. I just can't see it happening. Because we know how slow those softs go after lap 7. And they're going to be so vulnerable at the end of the race. We could be looking at a medium hard strat.
Well, it's either the hards or the softs. I mean, what do they have to do to take softs on their second stint? I mean, that's almost asking them to go to about lap 18, 19. Am I right?
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
And to take full advantage of the softs, you would expect them to go to lap 20. But that's just going to be so long on that medium tyre. I mean, right now, let's just quickly look at someone's telemetry. Let's look at Stinson's telemetry, who is on that medium tyre, and let's see where is currently looking like. I'll let you have a guess. What do you reckon it is?
I'm going to say somewhere around 40.
You're going to be shy, unfortunately. His lefts are 57 and 54, and his rights are 48 and 50. Wow. They can't go another 8 laps. I mean, 57% wear. They're gonna be in puncture territory in 2 laps time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Robot. You're getting into puncture territory when you get up that high.
This is let's see what he's gonna do. That is too high wear. He's staying out for another lap. Could we see OFR's first ever tyre wear induced puncture? That would be interesting. Let's just quickly have a look at his times too, just so we can see. Right, so his best is a 1:33.3. His last lap was a 1:34. So he's slowing down.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, he's slowing down a lot. I'll just stick with him for now. Let's just look at his telemetry. Is he getting any warnings and things? He's got... Lap 5 was his last warning for cutting a corner. He got a penalty for that. And he's currently on 60% on the front left, 11-lap-old medium tyres, as you can see on the telemetry now. Let's see what he does when he goes through the turn 8 and 9 here, and just watch that tyre wear increase. That front left is peaking. Is it going to stay at 60? That's impressive. I thought it was going to peak to 61 there. But it should do it as he goes through this really fast right-hander now. The left tyre should heat up and add on an extra percent. But there you go, 61 and 58. He's going to be getting worse and worse right now. Worse and worse. Well,
the only other thing we haven't talked about... Yeah, and the only other thing we haven't thought about was the 2-stop. Do they bring a 2-stop into the strategy, which would mean they're either going to go into the softs or the mediums, and then have to pit again. But we know some of the guys have already pit under the safety car.
They have, and we've got Pedge and Bounty going side by side through turn 11. Pedge has got the overtake done, and now Bounty's going to be vulnerable to Yuval behind him. What's going on with Bounty? 11-lap-old mediums, that's what's going on. These mediums are not going the distance. People were expecting to get 16, 17, 18 laps out of these. How wrong they were. Let's just ride on board with Yuval right now and just watch how much of a better race.
Who's in the pits?
A few guys. Race
Tay and Avi. So they've come in on 13 to go on to the hards. They're going to take the hards the rest of the way.
Yeah, I knew it. I think the soft tire is just not... Okay, the mediums aren't going as long as these guys expected, and the soft is not an option right now. The only way they can soft is if there's a safety car at lap 20.
That's it.
Bounty is super vulnerable right now as they fly through turn 6. Let's just watch how much of an advantage those harder tires and the DRS is going to
Oh, he got super traction coming out of there, Robot. This is going to be super easy for Margaret as he goes around.
Look at that. That was just like clockwork. That was just too easy. Bounty's not going to try and outbrake him. No, he's not. And Margaret's got it, and now Margaret's going to be chasing down Pedge ahead of him. Now, what's going on with Racer Tay? Because he pitted, he's come out in 11th place on fresh hards. Everyone in front of him, apart from Pedge, Vilsec and Margaret, are going to have to pit again for sure. That means he's looking at a nice P5 for now.
Yeah. The times really haven't stretched out the way they usually do on the other tracks, Robot.
Ooh, Atomic's
We're going
in.
to see a provisional change.
Atomic's taking those mediums 13 laps, and that's it. He's in the pits. Stinson, tyre wear, 68% front left. He is getting closer. Hang on. He's not trying to extend this to lap 20. No way. No.
There's no way. I mean, he's got 6 more laps to go.
He's on 68% front left, 65 rear left.
But we have seen these guys do some very amazing things. If you remember, Robot, the last time we were here at Paul Ricard, it was Stinson and Lika who made their tires last long enough for a one-stop.
True. And just to let you know as well, Vilsec has actually just overtaken Atomic. So the undercut actually worked for Vilsec there, but he picked up a 3-second time penalty whilst he was doing it. So he needs to be careful. 70% front left. He is on 70%. This should be his last lap, surely.
I can't see them taking it to 20. No way.
What's really interesting too is that they were expecting these to go 16, 17 laps, remember? And they're 70%. Oh, he's gone wide. He's struggling so much with understeer right now. 72% on that front left. When is he pitting? He's just gone around turn 12. Let's see if he's going to dive into the pits as he goes through turn 14. He's at 13 now. No, he's staying out.
He's staying out. He's going to go to the sauce robot.
He can't do it. He's on 73% front left. What is he doing? Go,
and Lika's on the same way. Lika passed it as well.
Right, let's see what the tyre wear. Yeah, but look at that. Wow. What do you think Lika's tyre wear is?
It's got to be at least, it's got to be close to the same, maybe 65.
Nowhere near. He's on 55%. He has looked after those tires.
Oh, he's looked after those tires. That's what they've done, Robot. They're going to get a brand new set of softs, yeah? So it's not going to be 6 laps like we thought with the guys that started on the softs. They're going to get 8 laps out of those soft tires, maybe even 9.
Yeah, instead they just puts up a 3-second time penalty for that. So this is what I'm confused about. If they wanted the hard tire, they would have pitted by now because the hard is faster than these really worn mediums. But that means they must be going for the soft. They must be.
That's what they're doing. They've saved them enough to get them to about 16, 17, and then they're going to come in for the softs, and they're going to get about 8 laps out of the softs.
I'm quickly just going to jump down to Margaret because he is trying to make a move on Jedi right now. I'm going to leave Stinson's telemetry there, guys, just so you can see how worn his tyres are. 76% on the front left, and Margaret has overtaken Jedi now, and Margaret's got that P5 back. Good job there, Margaret. And Lika is currently taking out 5/10 in the last sector on Stinson's time as well. So Lika's less worn tyres are doing him justice right now. 77% for Stinson's front left tyre. 77%.
Here he comes. He's
staying out.
Gonna bypass it again.
This is so. I think it's above 75%. Puncture is random, right?
Right.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna stick with him, guys, because we've never seen someone take their tires this far in the middle of the race before. We've seen it at the end of the race, but not in the middle. And we know how heavy this track is on these medium tires currently. 15 laps, over 80%. Let's just quickly see what that is per lap. That's 5.3% a lap. That's soft territory. 79%. He's about to peak on 80% on the front left. He is putting on a show, but
oh my gosh.
He's gone wide again. He's losing it. Jedi's got a 3-second time penalty. 80% front left tyre. It is overheating. It must be this lap. Can he take the softs 11 laps? Possibly. If he can take these mediums this long, he could take the softs longer. He could take
You've
them.
got to think he can. If he's taking the mediums this long, you've got to think he can do the same with the softs. But where's he going to come out, Robot? The pit is so long here at Paul Ricard. Where's he going to come out on the softs? And is he going to have enough time to make it up?
I just don't know. But remember, Leaker's got a pit as well. Emir's probably got a pit as well. Pej and Margaret don't. Jedi's got a pit. And Bounty's got a pit. So he's still looking at P6, P7 at the moment, if those soft tyres can last. 82% front left tyre. What is he going to do?
They can't save.
This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. He's oh my god.
He's going to bypass it again?
He stayed out. We got yellow in sector 3.
And we've got a yellow.
It's Emir. Is that Emir? Yeah, it's Emir. He's spun.
Oh no. And this is going to mess with Emir's tire strategy.
It is. Look, he's taking those hards 14
Leak
laps.
is in.
Okay, Leak is in.
Leak is going to try the undercut.
Well, let's see. Remember, there was 5 seconds. There was 5 seconds between Leaker and Stinson. Let's see if Leaker's undercut has worked. That front left, it's suffering so much. He cannot turn right at the moment without understeering. It's 83%. He's understeered again. He's struggling. He's not even half throttle. He's completely off it. It's 84%.
Look at how much time he's losing, Robot. Look at the time he's losing the Pej with 8-lap old hards.
This is crucial. It must be this lap. He must be taking the softs 10 laps.
Now, Leak has come out. Leak has come out in P9 right behind his teammate, Racer Tay. They can't save the softs like they did the mediums, though. They have to use these tires up to make up ground. They're not going to be in save mode. They're going to be in battle mode, trying to make the overtakes to get back to where they were at.
Absolutely. 86% front left tyre for him now. Rear left's on at 81%. Both are critical. This is where you'd usually see the... Is he coming in? Oh, it's not at the turn yet. Sorry, I'm getting too excited. This is where Hamilton will be. Bono! Tyres are dead. Graining. He's coming in.
He's in.
Big lock up on that front left as he comes into the pits. And
Pej was like 10 seconds behind when he came in. He's definitely going to be overtaken by Pej. Margaret, maybe even Atomic. We'll have to see how far down the order he goes and how close Leaka is when he comes around.
Right, so let's quickly jump to Leaka right now. He's not... I mean, Leaka's not that close, actually, but let's wait and see. Let's get off the telemetry. Bounty's in, and let's see if Leaka's going to get Stinson here. He was 5 seconds, remember. I don't think he's got what it takes to get him, but Leaka did go onto that soft tyre. Leaka went onto the soft, and Stinson is ahead of him by... It looks to be
not
3
that
seconds.
Much.
3.5 seconds. Oh, more! 5 seconds! Stinson, how did you do that?
So it stayed about the same.
He's every single weekend he amazes us more and more.
Now, they've got about 9 laps to go on these tires. Can they make the positions back? Because it looks like everybody in front is good to go. And look at who is in the lead, Robot. Pej and Margaret, P1, P2, when they came in on the medium, or the softs, and went to the hard strategy, they're right back to P1, P2.
That's true. He's just overtaking VR on the main straight. He's got P9 now comfortably, and he's on 12 lap old hards. Everyone above him has got younger tyres. Now, Stinson is got fresh softs. I don't think he has to worry about Leaka behind him. He's got 1.7 seconds, 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds to catch Vilsek ahead, and he's catching him pretty quickly at the moment. He could get a podium here. Now, let's just remind you guys what the current penalty situation is. P1 and P2, no time second penalties. P3, P4, and P5 each have 3 seconds worth of time second penalties. So, Stinson's going to have to clear these guys ahead of him. And if he wants a P2, he's going to have to clear him by 3 seconds, but I doubt that's going to happen. So, it's looking like, I think Stinson's going to get a P3. I think that's what he's going to get.
Leaka with the fastest lap there. We haven't seen that in a while. Leaka with a fast lap.
No, we don't see that, actually. It's very nice to see him back up to speed as well.
Yeah, it's very nice.
He's got his teammate Racer Tay in the Renault behind him. I wonder if these two are going to catch back up with each other at the end. I doubt it, because Leaka is on 2-lap-old softs, whereas Racer Tay is on 6-lap-old hards. Maybe towards the end of the race, maybe. But for now, he's looking comfortably in P6. And let's not forget, of course, he has 0 penalties. He never picks up a penalty.
There goes Stinson, Robot. Stinson's made the move on Vilsec, and he's around and before they get to the chicane.
I missed it, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys, but it looks like it was textbook on the straight before the braking zone. Hopefully we didn't miss out on too much action there. I'm going to stick with Vilsec for now, though, because he is closest on track, and he looks like Lika's going to be gaining on him soon as well. It's 2.4. It's down to 2.3 seconds. There is time being made by Lika at the moment.
Yeah, it's just dropping, Robot. It's dropping dramatically. Vilsec's going to have to figure something out here and find some pace in those hard tires because Lika is coming.
He is, and it still looks at the moment like that soft-hard strategy was the strategy to go for. No one's been able to beat that soft-hard strat at the moment, especially with that early safety car. Now, Vilsec...
Can Stinson do it?
He's 2.4 behind Atomic. He's 2.3 behind. He's 2.2 behind. I mean, yeah, I think he can do it. He's just set fastest lap as well at 1:30.7. That's almost D2 quali time territory. He is pushing right now. Now, just going to quickly remind you guys what's going on with the standings as the races are looking a little bit quiet. We've only had one race so far, let's not forget, but the standings are looking nice. There isn't a team that's got a big advantage. We've got Gurman in first place, 25 points, Izat in second with 18, and Margaret in third with 50. Then we've got Atomic, Racetate, Liv, Stinson, Santu, Vilsec, and VR making up the top 10. And below them, we've got Tommy, Jedi, Avi, Lika, Amir, Simon, AJ, Pedge, and Scotty. And in terms of the team standings, we've got Williams out in front. We've got Racing Point behind them, McLaren, Mercedes, Renault, Ferrari, Red Bull, Haas, Alfa Tauri, and Alfa Romeo. So again, we said at the start of the season, there isn't a single overpowered team anymore. Every team has a chance to win that team standings, and we're seeing that both in terms of the results, the drivers, and the on-track battling that's going on.
Now, the one thing I'll point out is we're missing a team today. That's going to be AJ and Santi. Santi has had an internet upgrade. Unfortunately, could not make it in time. Really sorry to hear about Santi not being able to make the race. AJ not being able to make the race. That's a whole team that's not going to be fighting for points today.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because we know how fast AJ is, previous champion of the world. We know how fast Santi is as well. If there was an overpowered team, it's probably that one, to be fair. Since they're not here, it's kind of balanced out a little bit. But it's going to be great to have them back next race. Where are we next week, actually?
I'm not sure. Was it?
Oh, it's in Europe. Try and guess.
Monaco.
No, not yet. Not yet. Monaco, we're looking at race 5.
Oh, is it Europe? Are we going?
It's one we haven't done in a very long time.
One that we haven't done in a long time. Only I would not be able to think of this. Is it Hungary?
Yes,
It's Hungary.
it's Hungary.
It's Hungary.
Yeah, a lot of guys love that track. Actually, it's not so great on overtaking, but it is close on battling. It's always on the limit, and one mistake and you're done. I think we're going to see lots of DNFs there.
Takes tons of focus to get around there, Robot.
Really
tons
does.
of focus to get around that track.
There's grass everywhere. No matter where you run wide, you're going to hit some grass and spin. We've got Amir about to make an overtake on Jedi. Can he do it? No, he's not. Jedi's managed to defend that inside line at turn 8. He's still holding on to it to turn 9, but Amir has a better exit out of 9, actually, and entry into 9. He's got a lot of slipstream right now. He's got his overtake on. He's only got 3% of his overtake left, and he's having to turn it off, I think, and he's not going to be able to overtake yet. He's going to have to harvest a little bit more and try again in 2 laps' time. Oh, we got Stinson. Oh, quickly jump up. He's just overtaken him. Oh, really late lunge there. Atomic trying to get late on the brakes. It was into turn 1. That was so close. Stinson is in that podium position right now. He does have 6 seconds worth of penalties, though, but so does Atomic. Vilsec is out of the range, unfortunately, right now with 3 seconds worth of penalties. So Stinson is actually looking at a P3. That's
Look
impressive.
at Margaret and Pej. Robot running away. They're about 4 seconds. I mean, they had a gap. Stinson's going to gain on a little bit. He's probably going to, maybe at the end, we'll see him in the picture. But these guys have been just sucking each other in. You've all making a huge jump on Pej there. And he's getting closer. I think this is going to be the closest battle for P1 we've seen this season.
Yeah, I mean, they've been close all race. They've been trading positions all race. They haven't let each other go. both so equally matched right now. Wheel to wheel, they are battling their hearts out, and this is so nice to see. Not one of them has made a single mistake the entire race. And they're both on the same strat as well. Both of them have got 13-lap old hard, so it's really going to come down to, you know, the concentration, the mental capacity, the mind games. It's going to come down to the driver. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, who can hold it together the longest? They both have the same tire strat. They both came in at the same time. Who can hold it together the longest?
We've got a little bit of a battle going on between Avi and VR right now as well. We could see VR making a move on... Avi making a move on VR, sorry. Avi is on 4-lap younger hard tyres at the moment. I'm going to quickly just jump back up to Vilsek just to see if he's letting Lika go. It looks like Lika's pulling away, being on that fresh, soft tyre at the end of the race. I wonder if it's going to last. Let's not forget, he's going to be up to lap 10 when he crosses the line. Let's just quickly see what his tyre wear is. Do you want to hazard a guess?
Got to be in the 20s. Got to be at the 20s.
No, it's more. Lika's currently on 40% worn softs. That's interesting. That is very
wow. He's at with the fastest lap, 130.6. It doesn't look like he's going to hold on to it because he's in P14.
He's just put on a fresh pair of boots, though. 2-lap old softs. He's looking to steal that away from Stinson, probably.
Yeah, he's got some positions to make up the robot. I mean, he's got to get up 4 positions to make it happen.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You can only get it inside the top 10. Ooh, Margaret getting a little bit of oversteer.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. He's trying to make it happen.
He's just getting on the throttle a bit too early. I think he's a bit eager to get this done sooner rather than later. He's trying to stay close behind, take advantage of the DRS. He will get DRS, but is he going to be able to make a move into turn 1? Don't think so.
Well, the boys have got to be careful here, Robot. They have to remember Stinson is right there. If they go to battling too hard and they take each other out, guess who picks up P1?
Yeah, it's Stinson. You're right. And the Stinson's just lurking. He's stalking. He's waiting for them to make a mistake now. Pej and Margaret are both new to D1. They did a few. Margaret did a few races in D1 last season, but he wasn't a permanent driver. He is now a permanent driver, and whoever comes out on top between Pej and Margaret is going to be their first win in D1 in OFR. If they can pull that off, that is going to be amazing. Race 2 of the season.
They can't be upset with their performance here today. It's been such an outstanding performance out of both of them, Robot. They put on such a show. Here he goes.
He just moved out of the slipstream a bit too early. I think he was trying to unsettle him a little bit just to make him defend unnecessarily. But Pej is just keeping a cool head right now. He is not letting it happen.
He's got 3 laps. I mean, Margaret could be setting him up here as well.
Yeah, and just to let you know, Varmes, though, no, they don't have any penalties whatsoever. None. They haven't put a single foot wrong all race. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
Can the Great Disturber get up there and disturb this battle? Can he do it, Robot? Is he going to get in the middle of this or not?
He's going to do it because he's just taken out a second in less than a lap. And look, he's 2 seconds behind right now. And he's got, what, 3 laps to go after this one? He's got 25, 26, and 27. He could actually do it.
Yeah. What's the tire wear on Robot?
Right, so Stinson's tire wear is currently 56% on the left, 50 on the rear left. Yeah, he's averaging 53 on the left and he's averaging 48 on the rights. He's gonna start losing time, definitely. But so are these.
You gotta think that's all he's got. Yeah, you gotta think that's all he's got. Yeah, you're right. The hard tires are getting to that point where they should be done as well.
Well, I'll bring up the telemetry now because Margaret is sharing his telemetry. 61% filtering between 61 and 62 at the minute on his front left and 56 on the rear left. So tire wear is huge around here. Like we said, we thought the mediums would go 16 laps. The hards can't even go 16 laps without peaking over 60%. Oh, almost a lunge from Margaret there. He had to brake so heavily, locked up the front light, nearly. Ready, he's spun! No! No, Margaret, no! Oh, he's going to have to wait for this. Oh, no. What has he done?
It's had to have been the horse reverse, buddy.
Reverse. He's gonna get this DSQ'd.
Oh
my God.
6 out Tay there.
Almost. Oh my goodness. He should have reversed.
He's left Pej all to his lonesome, and Stinson can smell the blood.
Let's not forget, though, Stinson has 6-second penalty, so he's not going to be able to clear them. The only way he could have done it if these two took each other out, and unfortunately, it's just Marvel who's taking himself out of the race win position of this race right now.
Pez has got the P1 almost concrete now. Just 2 more laps to go.
Absolutely heartbreaking. Honestly.
Oh, he's got to be beating the steering wheel after that. He did the right thing and backed off in the chicane, but when he came out, it looked like he just touched the curb and it just lost it.
That's devastating. I feel so sorry for him right now. But he's still going, though. That's the important thing. You know, we've had drivers before that would spin and they'd quit. He's not a quitter, he is a fighter, and he is still pushing right now. That is the important lesson here, guys. Margaret is never going to give up, so expect to see more of that amazing racing throughout this evening. Throughout this season, sorry. Good job there, Margaret. Now, ISRL Gernman, let's get back up to the race. He's right behind Vilsack right now. Look at this.
That's a 10th.
Oh, less than a 10th now. He's got the DRS. Vilsack's defending on the left-hand side. It's 17-lap Old Hards versus 11-lap Old Hards. It's going to be Gurman now breaking him, and he's got the inside line into turn 9. There goes Leaker! Leaker's made a mistake! He's in P4 right now. Look at that, he's gone really wide. Oh, what happened to Leaker? No idea. He's still not got a penalty, but he's gone so wide there.
It's got to be those soft tires, Robot.
It must be. Let me quickly check what the wear are. Is he in P4? Yes, he's in P4. We got yellow in 62.
He's got more wear.
66%. He's got 60%.
And that's going to be VR.
Ooh, Leaker's in trouble now.
Something happened to VR there.
Yeah, Leaker's in trouble. He's got Gurman 3/10 behind, and he's struggling to turn the corner. Those softs are falling off. And look at that, Stinson's not able to close the gap now as well. Those softs are falling off.
Leaker can't do anything. Trying to shake Gurman. It's not going to happen. Gurman's going to get him before they even get to turn 1. Here he goes down the inside.
Now, if Gurman can't pull away here, Leaker could fight back, but I just don't think his tyres are going to be able to turn into turn 8 if he tries to do anything down the main straight.
No. He's going to lose it to Vilsack too, Robot.
Izat and Avi are side by side at the moment. Izat's looking to make a move around the outside. Izat's got him already. Can he outbrake him into the corner? Let's hope so. Yes, he can. He's got him. Vilsack is right on the back of Leaker now as well as they are coming through turn... Where are they? Turn 7. Oh, yeah, Leaker's vulnerable. Look at this. Vilsack has got the DRS. Those soft tyres are falling off. You know, it's the last lap, but can Vilsack clear him by... Let's have a look. Vilsack needs to clear him by 6 seconds, as does Gurman. I don't think that's going to happen. So that means Leaker could actually be looking at... he'd still be looking at a P4 for now. Yeah, I think he's still looking at P4. It is the last lap.
Atomic.
Sorry, go ahead.
Atomic's going to look at a P2.
Nice. Oh, no.
Here they come.
Both Atomic and Stinson both have 6 seconds worth of penalties. So
okay.
This is Pej. It's his first victory in OFR. He was talking about quitting D1 last week because he wasn't feeling it, but he has come back with a bang. He's going to cross the line in first place with absolutely 0 penalties. Well done, Pej. Next up, it's going to be Stinson with 6 seconds worth of penalties, and Atomic's going to be right behind him in P3. Next up, it's going to be Gurman, who also has 6 seconds worth of penalty, and that's going to mean that he's going to stay in P4, Vilsack's going to stay in P5, and Leaker is now going to jump both of these guys and claim P4. Look at that. Racetay finishing in P6 ahead of Vilsack as well, and Margaret, the People's Champion today, has finished in P8. Izat's coming around the final corner now in P9. He's got a handful of penalties. He's got 9 seconds worth of penalties, so he's going to be jumped
got a bunch.
by both Abby.
He's going to get jumped a bunch.
And Amir. Oh no. There goes Abby. There goes VR. Can Amir get him as well? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Amir in P10. Good comeback from Amir there. 19-lap Old Hardy took them. And next across the line is Jedi in P13. Then it's going to be Tommy, who's just coming up to the line now. And last but not least, it's going to be Super Bounty, teammates of VR in that Haas. And there we go. He's crossed the line. Oh, what a race. Heart goes out to you, but he fought back. He fought back.
France never disappoints.
It never does, especially not here in OFR. So,
congratulations, Pej. It's always nice to see that first win in OFR, especially in D1, Robot, where it's so hard. You have to get the strategy right. You have to get your mind right. You have to have your focus in. You just got to stay on top. It's so amazing how these guys go around lap after lap. as fast as they can go, as hard as they can go,
Yeah.
and make these cars finish.
Absolutely, and they definitely put on a great show for us today as well. Once again, Stinson trying to disturb everyone ahead of him, finishes in P2 after taking his medium tyres to 86% wear. Never has anyone done that before and not got a puncture. Absolutely amazing. Also, great job to the other guys that finished in the top 5, German, Leica, Tomic as well. Well done. And yeah, congratulations to everyone else. So thanks guys for tuning in. We've got D2 starting in 45 minutes time where both Havoc and I are going to be racing. So let's make sure you tune into that and let's pray to the weather gods that there is no rain. Fingers crossed. All right, thanks very much guys. See you soon.